Hello everybody, Carnage back here again, and today I'm going to be doing sorry about the bad lighting, I'm in a different room, but anyway, I'm going to be doing a part 1 to my collection of 2018. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, I'm going to be kind of giving you guys a little sneak preview first, but as you can see, my entire collection spans from this wall right here all the way up until these boxes at the other side of the room. So yeah, and I am doing this from my front-facing view camera, so if it's a little shaky, I apologize. So let's get right into it. And as you guys can see, right here are my Spider-Man villains. And my favorite figure out of this entire shelf would have to be the brand new Scream that came out a couple of months ago. I don't know why, there's just something about that figure. Like, the only big problem with her is she will kind of, like, her hair is kind of bled into, like, a couple different things. And for those of you wondering why Tobey Maguire, Maguire, is on the floor, that's because he is kind of a little derpy noodle and can't stand by himself. So I just kind of have him like that. And sorry if I keep hitting, like, the microphone. Or not microphone, like my sound box or whatever. But anyway, over here we have my Cosmic Shelf. And as you can see, there is Nova, Vance Astro, Darkhawk, and Titus, who are all okay figures, not the best in my opinion. Like, the Vance Astro could have been better. And the Darkhawk isn't horrible, but they could have had him a little better in my opinion. And then down on this shelf is just kind of my little review station. And Carnage will be a figure I will review eventually. And whoops. And going down another shelf, you guys can see my little Spider-Verse with 2099. First appearance Spider-Man right there. From the Sentinel Wave, I believe. And then going over slowly, you see Spider-Ham. Ultimate Spider-Man right in front of the Cosmic Spidey. There is the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man? Yeah, Andrew Garfield. And then you see Poison, and some of you might be thinking, wait, Poison's a bad guy. So shouldn't he be with the Spidey villains? And, excuse me, he can be, but personally, I just believe him to be another Spider-Man, which is what he was in the comic book of Venomverse, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's Venomverse. Anyway, and as you can see, my Spider-Verse kind of leads into a little bit of a Dark Avengers, where the Black Suit Spider-Man is. And then going over to the left a little more, you guys can see my Asgard display, which isn't that big, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm waiting till I get more, so then I can just have them have their own shelf. Like, I do have a few more Spidey figures that I've been meaning to take over here, so they're also gonna, like, kind of expand. So, yeah, and that's it for this shelf, and down to the final shelf of this one is kind of like all my miscellaneous bad guys and my Thunderbolts, which I only have 2 of, so yeah. All I have is Songbird and Paladin, and Paladin right here, definitely an underrated figure. If you guys are on the fence about him, I recommend you do get him, because he's actually a pretty baller figure. And then going over to the right a little bit, you guys can see my bad guys with Blizzard, Cottonmouth, Eel, King Cobra, my AIM Soldier in the way back right there, Sorry about the glare, guys. And not glare, shadow, I mean. And then you see Dormammu, Malekith, Batroc, Red Guardian, Absorbing Man way in the back, Whirlwind, and my favorite figure on this shelf is the Taskmaster because he's right up front, and yeah. So let me just kind of pause this real quick, and then we can go on to the next shelf, which is right there. And as you guys can see, this is the top of my second shelf, and you guys can already see from up here that I have a Thanos bust, which is actually just plastic, and I have the Walmart exclusive tape dispenser. And then going down a little bit, you can see a what's it called? Not a pocket pop, a pint-sized hero of Venom with a bunch of accessories that I am going to be taking over to my mom's house. And then we have kind of like a little holder for like extra parts, like hands, heads, accessories, stuff like that. And then going over a little to the left, you guys can see a Tom plush and some stars and Boo Berry right there, along with the main, like the 4 members of South Park from when I started watching it, when Kenny was eternally dead, for about a full season, I want to say. And then we go over to the right a little more. There's this little pin, and fun fact, I recently just bought the Boo Berry and Angela Funko Pop yesterday from one of the brand new GameStop exclusive mystery boxes. And that's what I pulled from it, so I don't think it was really bad. Angelo and Monterey Jack were actually the 2 main ones I really wanted because I just loved gargoyles when I was growing up, and I haven't gotten any of the other ones because I haven't seen any. And then going down a little bit more, you guys can see my Marvel Legends Elektra from the SP//DR wave. And then going over a little more, you can see the Bullseye and Daredevil from he's from the Man-Thing wave, and he's from the Ultimate Hobgoblin. And then right here, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, because I'm kind of a garbage YouTuber, is the Elektra from... Let me just back up a little bit. Is the Elektra from Daredevil. And if I move these guys down real quick, you guys can see the Hot Topic exclusive Kurt Cobain, who is actually one of my favorite artists. And right next to him is the Spider-Man from the new Spider-Man PS4 game. And then right here, I have a couple of comics. First one up is March on Ultimatum, issue 2, Deathlock number 1, and Moon Knight Countdown to Dark. And that's it for the top of this. And going down to this shelf, you guys can see my first 5 3.75-inch Marvel Universe figures. And my South Park Funko Pops that I have. And sorry if this is a little dusty. I haven't had time to like kind of wipe it down. But as you can see, there's Spider-Man, Stan, what's his name, Gladiator, Mintberry Crunch. We have She-Hulk right in the middle. We have the Coon, which I recently just found out is a slur, so I didn't know that. And going over to the right a little bit more, you can see the World War II Captain America, and GameStop exclusive Eric Cartman, with Wolverine and Kenny at the end. And then going down to this shelf, which is kind of like my favorite character shelf, I would say, you can see 2 members from the Fantastic Four. And fun fact, This thing right here was actually, excuse me, one of my very first figures that I ever got into my collection. So yeah, he was actually, now that I think about it, he was actually one of my first Marvel toys that I actually really loved playing with and what got me into doing all this. But anyway, and these are just a couple older figures that I recently updated, like the Human Torch and the Cyclops. And I believe I actually picked the Cyclops and the Human Torch up together. Then right behind Cyclops right there is Star-Lord from the Titus Wave. And right next to him is the older Taskmaster from the Red Onslaught Wave. And if we go over a little bit more to the left, you guys can kind of see if I back up a little bit. And sorry if I'm shaking so much, guys, I'm not trying to. Is my kind of like little Defenders setup with the original Ghost Rider from the Rhino Wave, the Walgreens exclusive Punisher, Man-Thing, Misty Knight, Walmart exclusive Black Panther, White Suit Iron Fist, Moon Knight, and Blade. And that Moon Knight was on my top 5 list for last year. And yeah, I still stand that they should have made him like in his fully white outfit. And now going down to the way bottom shelf, you guys can see all of my Funko Pops, except for the ones I have at my mom's house and these two, which are the Medic from Fallout 4 and the Deathclaw from Fallout 4. And if I go kind of slowly, you guys can see like a mix between DC, The Walking Dead, Marvel, with right up front here Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs, which is my favorite horror movie that I've ever seen. Now that I think about it, I think it's the only horror movie I've ever seen. And that Ted figure, that Ted Funko Pop I have back there, he's actually one of my first 10 Pops that I actually got. And then we see the exclusive Zoidberg and Bender. We have Lil Gruesome from Wacky Races. And we have Walter White in his Tidy Whities. And going down to the next one, there's the, if I move Negan out of the way, there is the original Professor X and Colossus with the, not Hot Topic, Target exclusive Daredevil. Then Walgreens exclusive Iron Spider. And right next to the Iron Spider is the Stingray. And going over a little more, there is the Walgreens exclusive Black Suit Spidey. And behind this Hot Topic exclusive, not Herschel, Tyrese, took me a minute to remember his name. We have the, this is from Hot Topic when they did their mystery boxes, and that was, and I pulled a Superman. And right next to him is the False God Superman, which I personally love and think is a great Funko figure. But at the time, it wasn't such a great one to get. And then if we go down a little bit more, there is most of my Marvel Pops with the Hulk, Captain America from Civil War, Falcon from Civil War, Crossbones from Civil War, and if I move Hannibal and War Machine out of the way, there's Deadpool right in the middle. And if I go over to the right just a hint more, you will see the Iron Man, the original Glenn from The Walking Dead, and we have Herschel right here, and this is my first Funko Pop, and it was Daryl Dixon. I just picked him up mainly because I had just started watching the show and Daryl was my favorite. And out of all the Pops left
that I have from The Walking Dead. Only Daryl and Negan are the only two ones alive last time I checked. So yeah, kinda sucks that Glenn, Herschel, Rick, and Tyrese died, but I mean, what can you do? That's just how TV works. So, yeah.
But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like down below. And with that being said, my name is Carnage, and I will catch you guys in part 2 of my collection. And I don't know if I cut myself off before I said this, but this is a part 1 of a 2-part series for my 2018 Marvel Legends / action figure collection. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. So bye.